We obsess over finding our life's purpose, yet we tend to treat it like a random draw. We wait around, hoping we get lucky and pull the right combination of wealth and happiness out of the machine. The investor, Naval Ravikant, takes a totally different view. He argues that making money has nothing to do with luck or even a specific job. It is a highly specific, learnable skill. Internal states like peace and happiness work the same way. We should treat them as technical skills that require daily, deliberate practice. We rarely see them as skills because modern society operates on a collective, fixed mindset. We operate under the assumption that our talents, intelligence, and even our capacity for joy are carved in stone the day we are born. As long as we treat a fulfilling life as a passive lottery, we remain victims of chance. True fulfillment requires becoming an active architect of your own psychology. The first step in building that architecture is upgrading your mental operating system from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Psychology researcher Carol Dweck identified the fatal flaw of the fixed mindset. If you believe your traits are unchangeable, you have to spend your energy defending your ego and making excuses to prove you have those traits, rather than actually improving. John McEnroe was arguably one of the most naturally gifted tennis players in history, but Dweck notes that his fixed mindset and fear of failure pushed him to blame umpires, weather, or equipment, capping his absolute peak potential. In business, Jeffrey Skilling fostered a culture at Enron built entirely on the belief in innate superiority by birthright. That rigid need to look like the smartest guy in the room prevented his executives from acknowledging errors, leading directly to corporate collapse. The growth mindset strips failure of its moral judgment. Instead of a permanent stain on your identity, a failure is viewed purely as a neutral data point for skill acquisition. Athletes like Pedro Martinez maximized their genetic gifts because they used those failures. They bounced back from major losses by analyzing the data and putting in continuous, relentless work. Without this upgraded operating system, any pursuit of extreme wealth or deep purpose collapses the moment it encounters real resistance. Once the growth mindset provides your engine, you must know the exact coordinates to drive toward. This diagram is Simon Sinek's golden circle. He points out that most people know what they do and how they do it, but true clarity starts in the center, by identifying your internal why. This deep internal drive is how historical visionaries like Martin Luther King Jr. inspired mass movements and outcompeted rivals who had far more resources. To map your specific why to reality, we use Ikigai 2.0. The internal half isolates what you're genetically encoded for and what you love. The external half aligns those talents with things society wants but does not yet know how to get. Your purpose lives where your effortless curiosities overlap with the specific, unsolved problems the world is facing. You have the engine, you have the coordinates. The final variable is scaling to generate actual freedom and well-being. Naval Ravikant calls the ultimate tool for external scale permissionless leverage. Using code, creating media, or allocating capital completely decouples your inputs from your outputs. You build it once, and your specific knowledge compounds while you sleep. But as your output scales, so does the psychological weight of managing it. Leverage magnifies your mistakes just as much as your successes. To handle this pressure, we look to the PERMA model: positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. These 5 elements provide the mental structure to ensure that while your work scales outward, your internal well-being isn't being hollowed out by the stress of high leverage output. True, lasting success only holds together when massive external leverage is fueled and balanced by a highly sustainable internal engine. These frameworks stack to build a complete life design. A growth mindset handles the friction, Ikigai provides the target, and leverage scales your efforts while PERMA maintains the internal engine. This active, engineering-based approach strips away the anxiety of the lottery. You stop hoping to stumble into a good life, and you start building one. Confucius noted that we are all granted 2 lives, and the second one begins the moment we realize we only have one. Your second life begins the exact moment you stop searching for fulfillment and start practicing it as a lifelong skill.